You thought you knew Judge Faith Jenkins, the no-nonsense legal eagle, the voice of reason, the woman who seemed to have it all. But behind the sharp suits, the courtroom wisdom, and that picture-perfect smile, was a heart quietly breaking. Her love story with gospel singer Kenny Lattimore was supposed to be a fairy tale, until it wasn't. Today, we're diving deep into the unexpected unraveling of one of the most admired couples in the public eye. Buckle up, because this is not the Faith Jenkins you've seen on TV. It was the kind of love story people dream about. In 2020, Judge Faith Jenkins and Kenny Lattimore said "I do" in a stunning ceremony surrounded by friends, family, and fellow celebrities. The world saw a powerful black couple united in faith, music, and purpose. Kenny, the smooth-voiced Randy B and gospel crooner. Faith, the poised, brilliant former Miss Louisiana turned attorney and TV judge. Together, they looked unstoppable. But real life doesn't always follow a script. In interviews, they gushed about each other. Kenny spoke of Faith's strength, intelligence, and calming spirit. Faith often described Kenny as kind, thoughtful, and deeply spiritual. And when their daughter Skylar was born in 2023, fans rejoiced. They had it all: love, purpose, family. So what went wrong? In early 2025, whispers of trouble in paradise began to swirl. Faith and Kenny were rarely seen together. Social media posts grew distant, then stopped. Then came the quiet, almost clinical announcement: they were divorcing. No drama. No scandal. Just silence. But for those who looked closer, especially fans of Judge Faith, it was clear, this wasn't just the end of a marriage. It was the unraveling of something deeply personal. Something Faith had worked so hard to build and protect. Faith Jenkins has always been a woman of control. From the courtroom to cable news, she's known for her poise. But love? Love is messy. And loving someone in the public eye is even messier. Sources close to the couple say the pressure of public life, parenting, and diverging spiritual paths may have quietly worn them down. They were two high-powered individuals, deeply committed to their work and their callings. But sometimes, love isn't enough when the day-to-day starts to feel like survival instead of joy. After months of silence, Faith finally broke her quiet on Instagram. In a post that stopped fans in their tracks, she wrote, "Healing doesn't always look like closure. Sometimes it's simply learning to breathe again on your own." The words were simple, but the pain was deafening. And then came the floodgates. In a raw, unfiltered podcast interview, Faith spoke about the heartbreak, how she struggled with guilt, loneliness, and the fear of failure. "I thought I did everything right," she said. "I prayed, I loved, I showed up. But love doesn't always guarantee forever." She admitted that being a judge in her own life was harder than she thought. "I tell people what's fair, what's right, every day. But I didn't know how to judge my own breaking point." Kenny, too, eventually opened up in his own way. In a recent concert, before performing one of his love ballads, he paused and said, "Sometimes love teaches you the hardest lessons, even when you're the one singing about it." It was subtle, poetic, but telling. Fans were heartbroken. Many had rooted for the couple. They were, in some ways, a symbol of hope, of stability, of what it looks like when two successful black professionals find love and walk in faith. But what this moment revealed was something deeper. Even the strongest women break. Even the most spiritual men falter. And sometimes, the people we think are living the dream are quietly living through a storm. Today, Judge Faith Jenkins is redefining herself. Not as Kenny's wife. Not as the judge. But as a woman learning to love herself all over again. She's focusing on her daughter Skylar, her purpose, and the next chapter of her life. And while she hasn't ruled out love again, she's made it clear, healing comes first. In a world obsessed with perfection, Faith's honesty is a breath of fresh air. She's not hiding behind legal jargon or TV gloss. She's showing us what it looks like to break, and still stand tall. In her words, "This isn't the end of my story. It's just a new chapter. And this time, I'm writing it in my own handwriting." Judge Faith Jenkins may have lost a marriage, but she's gained something even deeper: authenticity, peace, and a renewed sense of purpose. So the next time you catch a glimpse of Judge Faith Jenkins on your screen, whether she's commanding the courtroom with her sharp intellect or offering words of wisdom through her public appearances, take a moment to see more than just the robe. Look beyond the gavel and the legal jargon. See the woman behind the bench. See the mother navigating personal and professional challenges with grace. See the survivor who has faced life's curveballs head-on and emerged with even more strength and poise. Judge Faith is not just a legal mind, she is a testament to resilience, vulnerability, and empowerment. What many don't realize is that every woman you admire, every confident voice you hear, every public figure you respect, has a story buried beneath the surface. Stories of love, heartbreak, growth, and sometimes, pain. Stories that shape who they are when the cameras are off and the lights go dim. And this was one of those stories. A deeply personal, emotional, and powerful journey that revealed a side of Judge Faith most never knew. A journey that reminds us all that even those who appear to have it all together are often quietly carrying battles of their own. So if you found yourself surprised, moved, or even inspired by what you heard today, don't let it end here. Show some love, smash that like button to let us know this story touched you. Leave a heart in the comments to stand with Judge Faith and everything she represents: strength, healing, and transparency. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We've got so many more raw, unfiltered stories coming your way, stories that make you think, make you feel, and remind you that truth is often stranger and more beautiful than fiction. Until we meet again, stay curious about the world and the people in it. Stay kind, because you never know what someone is going through. And most importantly, keep sipping that tea, because there's always more to uncover, and we're just getting started.